Okay. Is it Ghislaine?
You know what? It's funny. I forgot how to just.
I believe it's Ghislaine. Ghislaine Maxwell. She's guilty.
Oh man, I wish I
She's
remembered.
guilty. She's guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. A lot of people thought it wasn't going to happen, but she is guilty. They're locking her up. They're taking her away. And we already seen the end of this movie. Okay.
Yeah.
There's only two ends to this movie. First ending, which we all hope for, is she rats everyone out. Okay. Because this wasn't a party at Epstein's, island, the house, the mansion. This wasn't a party of just Ghislaine and Epstein and some underage girls. There was a lot more people there. So Epstein wasn't able to blow the whistle. I'm hoping Ghislaine does, and the House of Cards comes tumbling down. That's the ending I want to see. Great ending, Oscar.
Okay.
But but the ending we're probably gonna get is she's gonna mysteriously pass away in her jail cell.
Why? At this point, there's no point for any of that.
Well, I
The
mean, this is what
trial's
happened.
done.
This is what happened
The
with
trial's
Epstein.
done.
This is what happened with Epstein.
No, but the difference with Epstein is there was no trial at that point. He was getting ready to go to trial in which he would have started having to say things.
But Epstein probably already thought he was done. He was done. So forget it. I'm gone.
Yeah, maybe.
Ghislaine, I don't know. I'm not in their minds, thank God. But I'm thinking that Ghislaine believed she had a chance.
Right.
Chance is gone.
Yeah. I don't know why she thought that. I don't know why she would think that for any second. I think there was a lot of proof. The fact that they had some of the actual girls that were involved there to give testimony. I mean, once you learn that, I mean, how are you supposed to fight that when you know she? You know what? You know what's funny? She probably didn't even recognize some of the people that testified against her.
Yeah.
That's probably how many girls there were. That's the type of situation that we're in. You know what's funny is that as I'm scrolling through my timeline, obviously I see a lot of posts and everything. The one that was most interesting to me is that a lot of people seem to want to comment about how the world and the media is more focused on Omicron than they are about this trial. And a lot of people are confused as to why this type of trial is not getting the publicity that, like, you would say an R. Kelly trial got, or a Weinstein trial would get.
R. Kelly got a movie or a documentary, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, R. Kelly got a whole lot. R.
Yeah.
Kelly's probably right now getting a whole lot more. But the reason, if you guys really want to know why this didn't get any publicity or anything like that, is not because it's not important to the world, or not because it's not big news. If you want my personal opinion, I think it's just because the people involved might have wanted it to stay a little bit quiet. I
Well,
feel like if
uh,
if the people involved, who were like the girls specifically who testified, if they wanted to go public, they would have been on TV giving interviews. We would have heard about them all over the place. But I honestly believe this was a real trial where they didn't feel that they wanted to sacrifice the souls of the people involved who got hurt by this and continue to hurt them, because people, you know how social media works. It doesn't matter what type of person you are. If you are in the media, you are going to be victim of negative stuff all the time. So
at
could you
some point.
imagine? Could you imagine being one of the victims of this, and you go on and they post your testimony in a paper or article or something like that, and somebody doesn't agree with something that you say because they love Jeffrey Epstein, and they come for you, and a bunch of people come for you, and it adds on to all the other stuff that you've already been dealing with after you thought you were over it. Like,
Right.
I think they just wanted to make this a real trial. Sorry, people, not everything is for you. Sometimes things are just for the people.
No, no, no. I mean, that's a good point. Also, I mean, I would have loved to have seen it, but to your point, I mean, we don't have to. We just need to know the outcome. You know
Right.
what I mean?
This
So,
is what we needed to see, and this is what the newspapers were preaching. Of course, there's going to be people who say, "Oh, the reason this was held is because, the powerful figures in the world, the rich type, didn't want the information to get out, and they control the media, so they're the ones who are making it quiet." And my response to that is, if that's the case, great. I fucking love it, because once again, I stand by what I just said. It's the same outcome at the end of the day, and nobody further is getting hurt because the person who was on trial got convicted. So, you know what? We move on, we learn, we live, and we keep going.
The live part. We live. Is Ghislaine Maxine gonna live? Or is she going to take her own life? You know, I don't know, man. I'm curious to see how this movie plays out. I heard they got Scorsese lined up to direct, but
Seriously? Are you making? Are you trolling
I'm
right now?
joking around. But
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be good.
That'd be
Viewing
sick.
public, of course. What are your thoughts on
Leonardo
it?
DiCaprio would definitely be. I don't know what their relationship is, but man,
Who's playing
you
Epstein?
hear Scorsese
Yeah.
and you see DiCaprio. And you
Who's
know what?
playing?
As a matter of fact, when you see DiCaprio, you start seeing that guy from Superbad now.
That's a good point.
So there's a little, yeah. Let's go.
Who's playing Ghislaine?
In the movie,
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't want her to play that role. I want to hate whoever plays that role. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we were probably saying her name wrong the entire time, and that's fine.
Yep.
We own it.
Yep.
Ghislaine.